Hello, welcome to another section with Creative Bright Studio. Today we're looking at a text tool. The text tool. Now the text tool is symbolized here with the letter T. So when you click on the text tool, it gives you different variations of the text tool. The horizontal text tool, the vertical text tool. Before we start this, we need to create a file so that we can demonstrate how it works. So we know what to do. We go to the file, we go to new. I just want to stick to this default settings, or let me pick the A4 letter, okay, and then click OK to accept it. So now when you click on the text tool, you have this icon showing on your canvas. All right, now observe what the options bar gives us. You see, this is the typeface, the different typefaces here, okay, and that same typeface you have different what font. So when I pick Times New Roman, or let's say I pick the first one, Agency FB Bold, yes, that is the typeface. So we come to that one, we have regular and bold, that's the font here. All right, good. Sometimes these terms are used interchangeably. So to use the font, just come now. Before, see something here. See the color, the foreground color is the same thing here. So that means the typeface or the text tool uses the foreground color. So when I click, it will pick the characteristics of whatever is here. So let's say, all right, this is the graphic design class. All right, it appears going here. So you can just click and drag, and that is it. Good. I have to click OK to accept. I realize that some of our words are missing. They are not seen because of the size, the font size, yes, and the nature of the typeface you are using. Okay, so to correct that, before you can make any changes to anything you type, make sure it is selected or it is what highlighted. So how do we do that? We'll come to our text layer. So anytime you click on a text tool, it gives us a text layer. Okay, so when I double click on it, it is what selected. There you can click and drag. Okay, it's like you slide left and right to change the font size, or you can come and then you pick the one you want. Now this one appears limited 72, but you can virtually type in, make sure the whole content then selected, and type in your own 100. You press enter, and that gives us the 100 point. All right, so that is it. So to see the remaining content, is a matter of double clicking on it and then reducing the size. Okay, as I click on the left button and I drag, it reduces it. So I click on the OK, go for my move tool, and then drag it center in my work. Now, when you click on the text tool, you observe in the options panel here extra commands that comes along with it. So we have the alignment, the left alignment, the centered, and the right alignment. And also we have this options here for us to use. Okay, so give us further properties. So what is here is the same thing here, the bold and the 47, that's the font size. All right, these are other characteristics. You can play along with them to see the nature of how the text tool works. We'll work on it later on. The same thing, but this one for mine, it is clicked. So let me uncheck it so that all my writing does not appear in capital letters or in bold. Like that is false bold. Yes, I don't want to use that one. Okay, so that is it. So if you want to make any changes, I said don't forget to double click on the the thumbnail of the font to select it, and then you can use this one and change it, or you can type it exactly as you want with 50. If you also want to change the color, we have three options. You can either decide to click on this color here and pick any color from here directly, or you can as well click on this one to pick a color, or you can pick a color. So you have different options in selecting what a color. Or what you, if another option is that directly come and just click on it, but with this one sometimes you don't see the changes till you have accepted it by clicking on the check mark here. So that is how the type tool works. Now when you come back to the text tool, we have another one, vertical text tool. Let's see how the vertical text tool works. So when you see how the vertical text tool works, so when you click on it, make sure it is selected, the vertical text type tool. So when I click on it, I have this one. So let's say menu. Yeah, so it writes in this way for me. All right, so you see the alignment and everything adjust based on that particular tool I picked. The rest, the mask tool, will be discussed later. All right, so that is how the text tool works. Now I want to go more and deeper into the text tool. So let me go for the horizontal type tool. Now you can click and drag to draw a box, a text box. And this text box is a container that can contain lengthy text. Okay, so you have a group of words or something you want to do, just a container. So let's say, let me type this is a free graphic design class. All right, so it's a container and it contains all the text. Okay, so let me intentionally add this one, organized by Creative Rise Studio. So realize that the remaining text are missing simply because the text box is too small for it. So how do we correct it? When you come to this side, you see there's a plus sign telling us that more are left. So there's an overflow. Just a matter of click it and drag it, and then you have the remaining text showing for you. So the same way text behave, you can click inside and then use the backspace on the keyboard to claim what is there, or to add something to it. So that is how the text tool works. Now the text tool with the transform tool. For instance, you finish typing something, realize that okay, this is, you want to position it somewhere else. You can use the transform tool. Last time I showed you have two options. Either you come to the top to click show transform, then together with a shift or shift plus alt, you can now adjust the font and then place it where you want. Okay, so I said shift plus the alt key to adjust it, or shift key only. Okay, it locks it at one side and this makes it grow from the center. Then you can position your text beautifully. What if you don't want the show transform controls? Just turn it off, come to edit and then free transform. This one works temporarily. Okay, so the same thing, but when I click OK, it goes off and makes my work flexible for me. So that is what the text tool. Now, okay, or I can space it out. That is called a kerning, and this is called a leading. Leading is trying to stretch the entire characters, and kerning is trying to open up the characters. All right, it has very powerful uses, and when we get there, we learn how it is done. Don't forget that anytime you want to use the text tool, make sure the text is selected, and then you make changes. Now, for us to work on the outline of the text, that one has to do with the layer styles. We will talk about it later in our class. So that is for all right. In case we want to align our work, just come press T on the keyboard to activate the text tool. You select your work, and then you can either use the left align, center align, and then the right align. So that is how this alignment also works. Also, you have the left align, the center align, and the right align. All right. So thank you very much. This is a basis of our text tool. More advanced video will come on this. Thank you.